Welcome, everybody. It's Media Day here up at Oliphant Street Field, the Little Rose Bowl, and Butch Pedersen Field. And we are starting out with head coach Butch Pedersen. Another year, Butch. Everything's different every year. What's different about this year?
Well, one of the things that's different is our field is certainly in a lot better shape than it was a year ago. And it's going to be about 85% this year. Then next year it's going to be back to where it was. Alex Krathka was rehired he's from Solon and does a splendid job, and Tony Signo's been helping him, and Joe Wagner's been helping him. So he's been getting a lot of extra information, and I'm really pleased with Marty and Jake that they understood that the field was not satisfactory last year, and they've got it fixed.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It feels awesome. A few spots every now and then, but I think by next year it'll be ready to go. You got the same schedules last year, just reverse. You know who you're playing, but you got a whole different team this year.
We do. We're a lot different than we have been. We're still trying to, put the pieces together. We don't really know exactly what we're going to do in certain areas, but we think that we have and should have enough depth this year to let people play and get some rest in there once in a while. And we're not going to have to keep them out there the entire game. We can take them out and get somebody else in there. And we're not going to drop off much when we get that second person in there.
And I think that's an important aspect with this team is the depth that you developed and the quality, and just seeing the size of the kids coming through. One thing that depth will really help out is on your special teams. You can really load up on special teams.
Yeah, we can, and we can take some of our starters on offense and defense and take them off. And we always kind of consider our special teams or our starters too. I mean, you're out there in the field, you're a starter on the kickoff team, for example. That's a big deal. Yeah. And we really try to stress that, and Kevin Braddock does that every day of the week.
Well, and everybody that shows up at practice plays. That's the nice thing on Friday night, is you know that you're going to get in the game. Looking ahead at your schedule, the first two games are going to be tough. So you got to be prepared right out of the bat.
There's no question Lisbon's going to be a tremendous football team. We beat them last year in a close game up there, and then they made a big, long run in the playoffs. And we expect them to be extremely tough, and we're really excited about that game, and we have a lot of respect for Lisbon. And then the second game is Waterloo, Columbus in Waterloo, and that's certainly going to be a challenge. They beat us down here last year, and they have basically their entire team back. So it'll be a challenge on the first two games.
And every year, we either do the honor to the veterans or the throwback. This year is the throwback jersey that's going to entail the Fighting Quakers, the Polar Bears, and the West Branch Bears. We're going to have a display down at the Rummel Center going about the memories of Oliphant Street Field. But Dave McGrath does such a great job with those throwback and veteran games.
Yeah, he does. He's got he's done a lot of things for us football-wise, and this year is going to be just the same. We're going to try to bring a lot of people back. Roger Dyan, our high school football coach, is, hopefully going to draw some of his players back, and we hope that's going to be a big night.
Yeah, that throwback game, it'll be the third game of the season, and we're going to honor Roger Hansen, who coached in the 60s, coach of the 66 championship team, and then coached again in the 70s. So he's a fella I know that affected you, affected me, affected a lot of kids that came through West Branch.
There's no question. Roger was a former Marine DI and came down here, and the first 9 weeks of PE class, all we did is march on the field. We became really good marchers on the field, and he conditioned us extremely hard and had a lot of discipline, and a lot of his behavior and a lot of his technique stuff, we do to this day. We still use a lot of that stuff.
About the only thing different is the field conditions. Where we used to practice used to be an old hay field, and you guys got pretty good conditions compared to what you played in.
Yeah, we're going to, in fact, after this is done today, we're going down to Max Lodge Field, and we're going to have our picture taken on Hell's Half Acre, and they're going to have their jerseys on down there, and it's going to be a fun time, and that's in tribute to Roger. There's no doubt about that. And all the players who played on that field, we have oat stubble fields. Oh, yeah. And you lay down the oats, and the coaches couldn't even find you, but they finally did, and then they stepped right in the middle of your belly and told you, here I am.
How do you see this team developing cohesive-wise? I know that being a family and forming that bond is important, and usually that's led by your seniors. how's the chemistry coming along?
Real good. They have great attitudes. The seniors need to step up and be even more leaders. They're kind of quiet group, and they need to improve in that area and become a little more vocal. But we do have some underclassmen that are very vocal, and we're trying to tell everybody from the first person to the last person on the team can always be the leader. You don't have to be a senior just to be a leader.
Ty Hughes, senior, quarterback, defensive back.
Carver Belk, wide receiver, safety, senior.
Kinnick Belk, senior, wide receiver, safety.
Evan Striegel, senior, running back and corner.
Jack McCullough, senior, wide receiver, linebacker.
Aiden Shields, senior, and holder.
Wyatt Federland, senior, fullback, linebacker, kicker.
Andy Henson, senior, running back, linebacker.
Jackson Kalberg, senior, O-line, D-line.
Harry Lackey, senior, O-line, D-line.
Aiden Dingbaum, senior, O-line, D-line.
All right, Media Day 2022, West Branch Football here with offensive coordinator John Hierseman. Coach, we were just talking. Give us an update on how things are looking here in the preseason.
Preseason's been good. We've got a lot of depth at every position, which has been nice. So we're able to rotate guys a lot, keep them fresh. We're, 3 deep with guys knowing the offense already, which is good to have that.
And from previous coaching experience, it always starts up front with those guys up front, the 5 guys up front. Talk about their experience, the experience you have coming back, and then the guys you have stepping in.
Yeah, we've got a lot of size up front, number one, but we've got 3 returning starters, which is nice. Aiden Dingbaum, Logan Wright, and Max Lodge are all coming back. We've got a kid. Those 3 guys all have experience. I expected to be impressed with them. But Reese Trepanier willingly offering to come from tight end to play center for us has been a huge addition. Athletic kid, smart kid, just so nice to have an athletic center in that position too. I mean, he's been tremendous this spring. That's helped a lot.
And unselfish kids, you can't teach that. And talk about under center. I believe you have a new quarterback. Talk about what you've seen out of him so far this preseason.
Yeah, Ty Hughes, new kid that's moved here. He's got 2 years of varsity experience already before he came to us. Great kid, super kid, very coachable, very humble. It's a good all-around quarterback. Throws the ball well, runs the ball well. Going to be a good addition for us.
And talk about what you have coming back at running back. It's got to be a luxury having Andy back there, returning. So talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, of course. It starts with Andy. When you're the biggest, fastest, strongest kid on the team, you're going to be a heck of a running back. Starts there. But the other thing with that, he's a great linebacker, going to be playing a lot. So we've got to keep him fresh. So we've got guys like Evan Striegel and Cale Seidel, Aaron Marsh. They're all going to mix in at running back too and give him rest when we need it. And they're all very capable running backs too.
And anybody else that has stood out to you that maybe not a lot of people know about this preseason?
Well, the receiving core in general got a lot of depth there. As you talked about Ty moving in here, the real added bonus to that is Carver Belk now gets to go back to his more natural position at receiver. He'll play receiver. He also gets to play DB, which he's a great defensive back. We usually don't play our quarterbacks at defensive back, so he'll get to do that. But, his twin brother, Kinnick, another good receiver. Jack McCullough moved here as well. Another good receiver for us. Trenton Schuette's a good receiver. Jake Swisher, Holden Arneman. I'm probably forgetting some guys. We've got so many receivers and they're all moving in, getting reps. It's a real luxury this year.
And lastly, just give. I know you don't want to give away too much, but talk a little bit about what fans or what people coming to watch West Branch football should expect to see out of your offense this season.
It's similar to most years. Our terminology is the same. We're doing things maybe a little bit differently, maybe a little bit quicker here and there. We've got, I would always like to go spread. Last year we weren't built to do that, so we went under center a lot more. We had 2 tight ends a lot more. My roots are in spread. If I can run spread, we're going to run spread, and I think that's what we're going to do.
Coach, good luck to you. Have a great year.
All right, thanks, bud.
Cale Seidel, junior, running back, corner.
Holden Arneman, junior, corner, and wide receiver.
Jake Swisher, wide receiver.
Arn Marsh, junior, running back, corner.
Trenton Schutte, junior, tight end, linebacker.
Braden Sexton, junior, wide receiver and safety.
Shea Farmer, junior, middle linebacker, running back.
Reese Trepp, junior, center and middle linebacker.
Quinn Rocha, junior, O-line and D-line.
Logan Wright, junior, O-line, D-line.
Max Lodge, junior, O-line, D-line.
I'm Adam Gomez, and I do defensive lineman.
Welcome back to Media Day. This is Mike Quinlan, and this is a little unusual. We're used to holding mics and talking to each other, but it's up in the booth. But our new fresh soft coach, head fresh soft coach, Stephen Gracie, what's your first impressions?
It's been a very quick learning curve, that's for sure, but it's a lot of fun. Coach Pedersen asked me last fall after the season, hey, you ever thought of coaching? I was thinking he would just kind of roll me in as, an assistant somewhere, and no, he wanted me to run the whole kit and caboodle down here at the fresh soft level. So it's been fun, though, trying to learn things and get to know these kids and figure out the best way to work with them and get them to understand and grow the game a little bit.
Well, and I mean, you've had a unique experience in that you played under offensive coordinator Larry Rummels. You obviously have watched JT with his offense and then with Hirsch with his offense. So you've had three really good offensive coordinators. How's it coming to you?
Again, I talked with Matt earlier this week. A lot of it's all very similar. It's just kind of adapting to the personnel that you have or some of the philosophies, but it still really boils down to you got to get your line to block their assignments. You got to get the running backs and receivers to do the right routes, read the right holes, and just find those little things that make a big difference. And from there, whether it's Lurch or JT or John or myself, we're calling a play, but it's still a very similar philosophy overall.
All right. And what's your first impressions of this fresh soft squad? You've gotten to work with them here now for 2 to 3 weeks. How's the chemistry come along with them?
It's coming along pretty well. We've got some pretty good athletes. Obviously, Connor Rios did a lot at quarterback last year as a freshman. He's splitting reps with Nolan Staker at quarterback, who's a phenomenal athlete coming in as a freshman. And then just a lot of good bodies. I think it's just kind of finding where are we going to be best served to have guys on the field, because we've got multiple players that can play multiple positions, and so just finding who's our best 11 and get them out there and be able to maximize the potential that we have.
And, one thing that, Fresh Off has always had to deal with over the years is every now and then you'll lose a guy up to varsity that they'll need a position player, and so you got to readjust your alignment. And so, therefore, guys got to know multiple positions because it can happen anytime.
Oh, definitely. That's one of the main goals is we're preparing these guys for the varsity game, and that could be in 2 years if they're a freshman when they become juniors. It could be in 2 weeks if there's an injury and they need somebody up there. So just trying to get them to understand how they fit into the entire scheme. And yeah, there are times that, maybe you've been working at this position, but somebody gets called up, we need you to slide over. So understand how that's different and be able to make that adjustment on the fly.
And, to support the varsity team like that is important because it's really a feeder system for the varsity. And you look like you got a couple players right now that are big enough that could play varsity.
Oh, yeah. We've got 2 or 3 linemen that are actually doing a lot of rotating with the varsity. We've got some other guys that, they've got the potential to be able to do some things. We're lucky to still have them down at the fresh soft level and be able to maximize some of that there. But, it's just a matter of get the athletes out there and let them play some ball.
And what are you looking most for in this season with these kids? The development?
Yeah, just improvement, development. Understanding assignments, understanding, if we're running a run, a play where it's a zone read or if it's a pass play, what is the overall goal of that play, and understand how each individual player fits into that so that they can continue that development and know, okay, if I'm supposed to do this, but the linebacker shifts a different way, here's how I adjust. And just continue to get better each and every week.
All right, Stephen Grace, head fresh soft coach. I'll guarantee you Jared and I are going to miss you up in the booth this year. We're going to struggle, but we'll get by.
I got to say, Quinny, it was a very hard decision. Coach Pedersen says, you ever thought of coaching? It's been in the back of my mind for 25 years since I was playing. But at the same time, I've seen how these coaches, you guys don't see it much, but these assistants are fighting to talk to us every week for that assistant coach minute. So I wanted to be on that end of it. But most importantly, you got Tyler Bailey to talk with you. I can't afford those steak sandwiches anymore, so I had to get off the BearCast just so I could make some money anymore. But I'm just kidding. It was a hard decision. I love the BearCast, and I'm looking forward to listening to you guys. But this was an opportunity that I felt I really needed to take advantage of.
Well, and I think the Bears are going to have a great year. So thank you very much, Stephen.
Connor Rios, sophomore, QB, DB.
Jared Ellison, sophomore, running back, safety.
Caden Green, sophomore, wide receiver, safety.
Ethan Miller, sophomore, wide receiver and corner.
Reed Brooks, sophomore, wide receiver, linebacker. Sullivan Brook, sophomore, tight end, linebacker.
Nate Hills, sophomore, receiver, corner.
Tate Frowns, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Dylan Kazaskis, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Andrew Barnes, sophomore, tackle.
Wilder Moorhead, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Cole Crossweight, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Dylan Shealy, sophomore, O-line, linebacker.
Brandon Pedersen, freshman, wide receiver, corner.
Aiden Saunier, freshman, wide receiver, corner.
Maddox Rushton, freshman, fullback, safety.
Nolan Staker, freshman, quarterback, safety.
Griffin Seidel, freshman, receiver, safety.
Oliver Trepanier, freshman, receiver and outside backer.
Hayden Haynes, receiver and a linebacker.
Logan Christoffel, freshman, running back, linebacker.
Lincoln Neighbor, freshman, wide receiver, linebacker.
Xavier Boone, freshman, fullback, and linebacker.
Draven Loddyhoff, freshman, right and left tackle.
Jericho Hobbs, freshman, D-line, O-line.
Wyatt Brackert, freshman, O-line, D-line.
Bodie Moorhead, freshman, O-line, D-line.
Michael Montgomery, freshman, O-line, D-line.
John Hierseman, varsity offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, and I've coached with the program for 15 years.
Tyler Bailey, defensive coach. I've coached for 10 years.
Kevin Braddock, special teams, wide receivers, defensive backs, 7 years.
Ronnie Hughes, defensive and offensive line coach.
Chet Wisniewski, offensive and defensive coach. I've been here for 4 years.
Stephen Grace, head fresh soft coach, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks, defensive backs, first year.
Kevin Crossweight, fresh soft, defensive coordinator. This will be my 8th year in the program.
Shane Staker, special teams coordinator, first year coaching.
DJ Hobbs, O-line, D-line, JV coach, first year.
Jacob Graves, DBs and receivers.
Brian Rohrbach, strength conditioning, year 5.
Katie Lennox, sophomore, football manager.
Don Johnson, sophomore, manager.
Aislinn Marsh, freshman, manager.
Audrey Watt, freshman, manager.
Connor Davidson, 8th grade, manager.
Saley Gingrich, freshman, football manager.
Jody Culver, this is my 6th year as a manager supervisor.
Hi, I'm Cooper Zuniga, 5th grade, and I'm a West Branch ball boy.
Thomas Pedersen, 5th grade, I'm a West Branch ball boy.
Teddy Bucknell, 5th grade, and I'm a West Branch ball boy.
Kason Regeneider, 5th grade, West Branch ball boy.
Hi, my name's Bailey Walker. I'm a senior, and this is my first year cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name's Emerson Thomas. I'm a senior, and this is my 2nd year. Go Bears!
Hi, my name's Carly Staker. I'm a senior, and this is my 2nd year. Go Bears!
Hi, my name's Gabby Russian. I'm a senior, and this is my 2nd year of cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Peyton Braddock. I'm a junior, and this is my 3rd year participating in cheerleading. Go Bears!
Hi, my name's Kaylee Kettler. I'm a junior, and this is my 2nd year doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Maddie Reed. I'm a junior. This is my 2nd year doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Miley Shields. I'm a sophomore. This is my 2nd year doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Bailey Gallegos. I'm a sophomore, and this is my 2nd year cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Luca Hahn, and this is my 1st year doing cheer. I am a sophomore. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Madison Claus. I'm a sophomore, and I've been doing cheer for 1 year. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Allison Gady. I'm a freshman, and I've been doing cheer for 1 year. Go Bears!
Hi, my name's Rena Holmes. I've been doing cheer for 1 year, and I'm a freshman.
Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Jenny Gomez. I'm a freshman, and this is my 1st year doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Brisa Carrillo. I'm a freshman. This is my 1st year doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, I'm Scarlett Bearclaw. I'm a freshman, and this is my first year doing cheers. Go Bears!
Hi, my name is Lauren Keeler. I'm a freshman. This is my first year of doing cheer. Go Bears!
Hi, I'm Rhonda Berry. I'm older than dirt, and I've been doing West Branch cheer for 4 years. Go Bears!
Hi, I'm Jordan Ellison. My first year helping coach West Branch cheer. Go Bears!
Red, black, West Branch, power!
Bears! Here we go! Yell the colors that you know! Yo, red, black, red, black, Bears! A little louder this time you yell West Branch power! West Branch power! West Branch power! Red, black, West Branch power! We are West Branch! 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 We are West Branch!
All right, welcome back to Media Day. This is Mike Quinlan, voice of the Bears, along with Jared Tiley, who will be with me all year long. We're without Gracie, so we're just going to wing it, but boy, this year looks good, doesn't it, T?
It does, and and after talking with the coaching staff and listening to what they have to say about the team, I think fans and whoever follows West Branch football should be looking forward to what they're going to see this upcoming season.
Yeah, I mean, right away when the kids did the walkthrough, the size was impressive, but you also know that these kids have a lot of speed, and speed is just going to help us in every aspect.
Definitely, and I think the biggest thing is our experience. You lose kids, but you think about it, you get a quarterback coming in who has two years of varsity experience. You have Andy Henson coming back in the backfield, 3 returning offensive linemen, and I haven't even got to the defensive side of the ball yet. So, Coach Hierseman has to be looking forward to that part of things for him, and it's always more comforting as a coach to know that you have that experience coming back, and you feel like it gives you a little bit of an edge going into that season.
It puts you ahead in preseason practice. You don't have to go over this stuff as much. The one thing that really I think is going to play out this year is the depth. And when you have depth like we have, then you can sustain an injury, but also it makes your special teams better. You got a lot more speed on special teams.
Yeah, that's a great point, and that's one thing that I feel like, if you think about it in the years past, how many of our games have turned on special teams plays, so that's a good point, Quinny. And Coach Hierseman talked about all those receivers that we got that you feel like, you talked about it earlier too, speed. You put speed on special teams, you can make a lot of things happen, and
a lot of big plays.
For sure, and that's always a key to our football program is our special teams play.
And I think one of our strengths on defense, and defense obviously is always ahead of the offense, but we got some depth at defensive back.
Yeah, for sure. You talk about all those guys on offense, you flip them and throw them onto the defensive side, and Coach Bailey's got a lot to work with on that side of the ball. At speed again, even at the linebacker level, and Coach Hierseman pointed out earlier. Moving Carver Belk out from under center enables them to put him on defense now, because West Branch doesn't play their quarterback on defense very often. So another weapon for the defensive side.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is the aggressiveness of what our defense does. They're always looking to blitz. They're always looking to push the line forward. We do have some big fellas up front that have some experience, but when you talk about an all-stater like Andy Henson, I mean, he is a phenomenal running back, a phenomenal receiver, but his play at outside linebacker along with Fetty really is going to make a difference on this defense.
For sure. I mean, he's the biggest, fastest, strongest kid on the team, and he's definitely going to be someone to be reckoned with, out on the football field all season long. And you talked about them too, the three big guys that are coming back in Aiden Dingbaum and Logan Wright and Max Lodge. That we're going to have a physical football team, and even you talk about a kid like Cale Seidel, who's not afraid to get in there and mix it up. So we're going to be physical on both sides of the ball and in special teams, and it's going to be a fun year for West Branch football.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. We got meet the team next Thursday, scrimmage against Tipton, which is a good thing and get them ready, and then Lisbon playoff team coming down here, up to Waterloo playoff team, Regina playoff team. I mean, we got the same schedule, but I think we got a better team this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think we have a team built for our schedule, and we'll be ready to take it head on. And I think my biggest worry for our football program is Stephen Grace is no longer in the booth up there. So, like you said, it's going to be a lot of winging it up there.
It is. On home games, so people know, we're going to have a guest announcer. Wayne Lang is going to be doing the first one. Vid Johnson is coming back for the throwback game, so, you're not going to want to miss that. But that's just going to be fun to have guest announcers up there.
For sure, and guys that have known West Branch football for gosh knows how many years now, and contracts are open for the last 2 weeks, but we're tough negotiators, so we'll see who comes applying.
Plus, we're not easy to work with. So, yeah, for the BearCast, obviously with Matt Shenander and Jason Miller, we couldn't do this. We get all the compliments around town, to tell you the truth, because we're around town. But a lot of
better looking guys.
Well, yeah, that's why we keep Matt behind the camera.
So. No, like you said, those guys do so much. They deserve more of the credit than what they get, for sure.
And if you haven't seen it, go to the West Branch Facebook page. It's just phenomenal. We have one of the best ones in the state, and yeah, we're set for another great year. So go Bears!
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.